they have a really really stout system, and they came out with that energy that they come out with. They know their spots, they know their shots, but I'm not sure that really wavered us. I think that we still kept going out there trying to get some stops and trying to get some scores. I think we had some really good looks actually, and we didn't let that deter us. I also think that we adjusted what we did on defense. I think we kind of came back into ourselves. We've been doing a lot of different things with matchups over these last 5 games, and just going back to our baseline and understanding, our philosophy in that, it really helped us get the stops that we needed to be able to turn that over into points on the other end.
No matter who the opponent was, and obviously it was a perfect one because we had, like you said, we dropped 3 early. So yeah, I think pride kicks in, but I think we more so were just focused on, coming out and responding. And threats, and the thing about it is sometimes it's even harder to scout because they flow very well, and so it's kind of unpredictable, the next action and things like that. But I think we played player tendencies. We did a good job with player tendencies tonight, and knowing where the asset was, what the action was, and what the coverage was going to be. I thought we did a good job of that. Nneka spoke to it, just kind of falling into that, and then feeding through that on the other side. They only have 1 player in double figures. We know this is a team that's capable of having 4, 5, and 6, and then on the other side, us having 5 in double figures. I know that we're a great team when we're distributing like that, when we're moving our bodies, when we're moving the ball, and so we were able to anchor on defense tonight, and that kind of established us on offense, being able to get out into flow more, which is kind of what they like doing. They're a team that Sam was saying has heavy nail. They deny a lot of initial action, and so we talked about some counters we wanted to do to that, and I thought in transition we got out really well. I don't know how many we ended up scoring, but points in the paint. Also, we made some threes tonight, really, and that's a big deal for us. We feel like we've been getting the ones, but we really got the people that we wanted to shoot them open, clean, and got a few looks. In the first half, Nneka knocked them down, but Nneka really got us going. We just kept going to her at that point. I think it was the second quarter when she was just killing underneath, and we love heavy doses. I leave every game like, how can I get Nneka the ball more? But yeah, we just did a good job of sharing the basketball, and I think that's the brand. We kind of emphasize offense a little more, to be honest, than we had in the past. And what do we look like? We did a lot of different, internally talked about different things we could do, and I thought we came up with a great game plan tonight against a veteran team, no fees, but still a veteran team who's capable of shooting the basketball well and scoring. So I thought, it was great moving the basketball. I mean, I'm a mom. I got the mom eyes. I see everything. But no, I play with great players, and everybody's capable of making shots. And I think everybody just having that mindset, being aggressive, first of all, getting in them holes, coming off the ball screens hard, setting good screens. I thought we paid a lot of attention to detail tonight, and it showed off for us throughout the duration of the game.
And I came in as like a young rook with lots of vets, and one of the best, one of the most historical veterans to play with in Candace. I was Robin for a lot of years, and then I had to be Batman, and that was a transition. And then, in the middle of that transition, I also was kind of shouldering a lot when it came to like my presidential role, and I think that leaning into that was fulfilling, but I think that it consumed me. And so I wanted to kind of make a deliberate change with this transition of just, not only like leaving the organization that I was at and all the things that I had built both on and off the court, and just to be a little bit, more liberated in that way, kind of bringing it back to the basics, like almost as if I was like a rookie again, coming in, just playing hard, doing what I know how to do, having teammates that believe in me. I don't think it's necessarily that I'm not confident. I think that sometimes I don't like getting in the way, and I think what I'm realizing is that I get in the way of myself, and my teammates help remind me of that. So, games like this, it's helpful, like it's cool and all, but like it's not all about the points for me, it's about how I feel when I'm out there. It's about how I feel with my teammates when I'm out there. I want an opponent standpoint or a coaching standpoint. I was always in awe with her ability to be so efficient in the paint, and what she added every single year to her game. Like a couple of years ago, you could tell she worked on her handle, and so she was playing in space a little bit more. She's added the 3. And so from afar, you don't think a player like that lacks in any capacity. Is it really Sarah confidence or understanding that she is a Batman, right? And so for her to come into a situation where she can just be herself, be free,
be a consummate pro, be a leader, but also not have to carry so much of the load. I think you're seeing an iteration of her that this is the season for her that she's in, and she's taking it in stride, coming to take care of the basketball. In those games, we were trending better, but we gave up too many points off of our turnovers to a team who is now top in converting off of those turnovers. So we have to make sure we're sharp offensively. We did a decent job the first couple of times when we played them to get into the paint, but that dropped off in the third game. So we have to be more assertive. As we do take care of the basketball, we have to get downhill, get 2 feet in the paint, find, the rim, find our teammates, and be a little bit more efficient there. And even those points off of coming off of our defensive intensity, playing in transition and being more efficient there. And then at the end of the day, we have to defend the three-point line. They're shooting at a high clip. Go down the roster. They're all pretty deadly and potent from that area. So that is something that we have to be very mindful of tonight. A little bit too comfortable in that 9-2 stretch. We lost a couple of key assignments because we've talked about defending the three-point line and making sure we weren't losing McBride. So it's just a refocus and talking about we actually had to adjust our DHO coverage because if they got too downhill, no resistance. And so we talked about that. But I thought that when we refocused, we got back on track, got some deflection, some activity defensively, and got some good things offensively.